Hello and welcome to the very first installment of Why You Can't Sell Stuff. My name is Matt DeCoursey. I am an author, an entrepreneur, and a business consultant, and really in the beginning, a salesperson now and forever. So the purpose of this ongoing series is to try to help people gain a better understanding of why you're not selling stuff. Now, am I the world's greatest salesperson? Probably not. But I'm a good salesperson. Actually, I'm a great salesperson. And there's a few things that make that happen. I think there's a lot of different things that people get into and consider when it comes to sales. First off, there are a lot of really bad stereotypes when it comes to being a salesperson. Now, these kind of offend me as a good salesperson because I don't really resemble any of these things. So first off, if you go out and you ask someone, what do you think about when you think of a salesperson? You're going to hear things like, oh, it's a used car salesperson or someone that's pushy or whatever. Well, let me just tell you right now, if you want to be a top salesperson, you don't have to embrace any of those tactics. Actually, none of the great salespeople of the world get into that stuff. So with that, the great salespeople of the world are problem solvers. They're trying to figure out exactly what need their potential clients have and how they're going to solve that. So what we're going to do in this series is we're going to get into a lot of the different reasons why people are doing things right as salespeople and why people aren't doing things right as salespeople. We're going to try to cover a lot of different types of sales as well. Me personally, I'm the CEO and founder of GigaBook. We're software as a service. That's a different kind of sale than the kind of sale you're going to run into when you're on a sales floor at a retail store. Or perhaps if you're a salesperson that works for a manufacturer. So there's different types of sales, and with that you have different types of approaches. Different types of approaches meaning you have relationship sales. Sometimes you have sales where the likelihood is that you're going to have one person, the person you're trying to sell to is there for that day and they're gone. They're probably not going to see them again. You also have different types of online sales and e-commerce marketing. Now with that, I'm also going to try to find other people that have insight and knowledge into the process. And that'll come in the form of interviews and different stuff. So, that's part of what we're going to be getting into. So with that, I'm going to actually start this very first episode with what I call 10, 8, 4, 2, 1. That's right, 10, 8, 4, 2, 1. And it's a very simple sales formula that most people don't consider. And it goes like this. First off, we've got to find 10 people. Out of the 10 people that we find, only 8 of them are likely to even talk to us. The other 2 out of there, they're just going to brush you off. You're trying to sell something, they figure that out. They're just not interested for whatever reason. Anyway, move on from those people. Now we've got 8 people. Out of those 8, only 4 are likely to even be interested in what you are selling, and that's if you're lucky. Now with that, only 2 of them are likely to be interested in buying it. Now keep in mind, that's different. 4 people might listen to you, only 2 people might be interested in buying something, and then the 1 is, if you're lucky, you're gonna have 1 person out of that 10 that might actually buy something. So then here's the big question. Now that you know this 10, 8, 4, 2, 1 formula, what's the very first thing that you need to do? I'm gonna give you a second to think about that. Well, first off, the right answer in its most minimal state is I need to go out and find 10 people. But how about more like 100 or 1,000 or 10,000? The bottom line is the more eyes you get on your product or your service, and the more eyes that you get involved with what you do, and the more you're able to talk to people and run this 10, 8, 4, 2, 1 formula, the more you're gonna sell. It's just that simple. So remember, 10 people, 8 might actually listen. 4 might actually be interested in what you have to say. 2 might be able to or be possibly interested in buying what you're selling, and you're hoping that 1 actually does. Hopefully that's helpful. Stick around. This is going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to doing this series. I'm very passionate about sales and sharing some of the information that we have about it. I think we'll get a lot of really fun and interesting input. See you soon.